Okay, guys and girls, here is another example of how to balance the same equation you saw in the last video. Now, the point of this one is if, say, making a table doesn't really help you. This is just another way to keep track of how many elements you have on each side. Again, to balance an equation, the goal is I have the same amount of each element on this side as I do on this side. Instead of making a table, what I'm going to do is diagram how many HGs I have on this side, how many O's I have on this side, and do the same on this side. So I'm going to use a couple different colors to help keep track of this. Okay. My diagram for HG, I'm going to pick a random shape to represent HG. I'm going to use a square and I'm going to fill it in red, and I'm going to call that HG. Now for oxygen, I'm going to randomly pick circles, and I'm going to use blue for those. And so for every oxygen I have, I'm going to put a blue circle here. So at the very beginning of this, I have 1 Hg and 2 oxygens. Now as I move to the right-hand side, it looks like I have 1 Hg and 1 oxygen. Okay, so my Hgs look like they're balanced, but my oxygens don't look like they're balanced anymore. So I'm going to have to do something that makes this balance. I'm missing oxygens on this side. I have half as many oxygens here as I did over here. So I need to double my amount of oxygen. Well, the only way to double that is to put a 2 in front of this compound right here. And that requires me to double everything in this compound. So I'm going to put another circle because I now have 2 oxygens. And I'm going to put another square because I now have 2 Hgs, 2 mercuries. So now looking at this, my oxygens match up. My mercuries don't match up though. I've got 2 on this side. I only have 1 on this side. I'm going to need a second one over here. Well, the only way to do that is to put a 2 in front of the Hg. This way, I now have 2 times 1, 2 Hgs. I've got 2 Hgs on this side, 2 Hgs on this side, 2 O's on this side, 2 O's on this side. My equation now looks like it's balanced. So if drawing out shapes or using colors or something like this helps you to keep track of the elements more clearly, then by all means use this as your method instead of making a table. Either one, whichever one helps you actually see how many elements you have on each side of an equation, that's what I want you to use to balance equations from here on out.